going on, everybody? It's your boy, and I'm not gonna lie. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. Just to preface, I just didn't really take the channel too seriously. I didn't really have hopes for it. I don't really think it was that. Maybe it was just I kind of just got interested in other things, and I started like realizing the joys of life and hobbies, and I wanted to pick up so many new hobbies. I'm like, I'll put the channel aside for now. But I want to come back to the channel, and this is just kind of like this is just like, I don't know, the first video since like the big break, right? It's been like, what, like 4 months since I posted, so I want to get back into it and just start pumping out videos. So anyways, I'm just going to get right into it. I believe, at least from Google Meta AI overview anyways, and like the 2 reels I saw, that I have the purest, or I guess some say it's the rarest form of intelligence. It's basically just metacognition, which is basically, the Google definition, which is the ability to observe, reflect on, and regulate your own thinking processes in real time, rather than just processing information. Basically, you just question your own thoughts and you think about your own thoughts. And that's not really anything new, because there's literally a plethora of content right now of people making arbitrary gaming footage that usually talk about this kind of thing. And it is usually young Gen Z men and women my age who are like, oh my god, I'm aware and I'm cooked. This is like my life story. It's just, the point is, I think I've got that, no, I know I've got that form of intelligence. And I don't really know what to do with it. To just start out, I've had it my whole life. I did. I mean, duh. But like, I didn't really know I had it. It was just like, I knew something was different about me than other people. I just couldn't quite pinpoint it. And I think a lot of it just simply had to do with the fact that I would just question my own thoughts naturally. Growing up as a child in the world and in the environment that I was raised around, I would just question things. Like maybe someone gets mad by something, like they trip, they fall, they're immediately crying or being upset, which is fair, but that'd be like, well, why don't I just ask like why they tripped? I've hurt myself too, doing stupid things, both, like physically and I guess more psychologically, and even I'd be like, well, what did I do wrong? That was just a simple thing. What did I do wrong? Why did I do this? I just questioned my own thoughts. Maybe not always, but like 80% of the time I was. And I was basically doing that for like a good part of my life. And I still have my own struggles. I'm not perfect. Just because I had the ability to question my own thoughts did not mean I was a star student. I struggled a lot, just like in later parts of school, in certain classes. And I had a bad mental focus, right? But the ability to think about my own thoughts and the ability to just be aware of myself and even aware of how other people operate, it kind of just, I guess the more I understood myself and the more I understood the world within like the last year, it made me feel kind of alienated. It made me feel kind of isolated. Because I truly felt like there was nobody in the world that would ever truly get me. Except for these other people making these like Minecraft videos. So it felt like I had this big weight on my shoulders to have this big intelligence. This big like just this gift. Because that's what I think it is. It is a good thing. It is an objectively good thing. But to have this like thing in your life that will never really go away. You can't really never not be aware. Once you're aware, you don't really go back. I mean, like obviously like when you're one, you're not, you're still loading in within like what, like the first 18 months of your life, you get all the motor functions, right? But but once you learn how to like walk, talk, not crap yourself, maybe, pick out a couple hobbies and interests, like whatever a 4-year-old likes, you're like, okay, you're aware now. But there is that degree of awareness that's different because it's kind of like a scale, right? And I think I'm definitely on the higher end of the scale where you're just truly, truly intelligent. Truly, truly aware, because I don't even want to call it intelligence. I think that's just kind of, intelligence is not really a term I want to like dance around. I'm going to say more so awareness, which I guess is like intelligence. But anyways, and there's definitely people who think they're truly aware of that and they think they're truly intelligent. And oftentimes it's often those that boast about it. But then you have the people who actually are. And I wonder, with the people who are actually, on the same level as me. Because I know it isn't just me in the world. These people who also are truly on that level, deep level with themselves. I can't help but ask, don't these people also think, why me? Why did I get this higher form of awareness and higher form of being able to literally recognize your own emotional and psychological patterns? Why me, right? And it's just it feels like for me, maybe because I had low self-esteem as a kid, it was just why me? Why do I have this big weight on my shoulders? I didn't really truly know what this purest form of intelligence or awareness even was till 5 or 6 months ago. But I still knew, but I did a lot of bad things too. I wasn't a perfect person. Again, I struggled in school. I definitely didn't do good in certain classes over others. I had a bad mental focus. I was not a perfect person. I did stupid things. But it was just where am I going with this? Man, I'm so tired right now. I lose my train of thought a bit. But it was just again, it was why me? What do I do with this? What do I do with this? That's where I was. What do I do with this intelligence? And I still I followed the crowd because I guess of my anxiety. I thought it was the right thing to do. But I knew deep down, no matter how much meaningless indulgence and time wasting for the sake of numbing the pain of being aware, I always knew deep down it was just gonna hurt me. And I think the only thing I can do genuinely from here on out, between when I'm 20 to whenever I die, is I have to make a legacy. I have to put out something, right? There's this whole rule, there's this 1-to-1 self-improvement rule where it's for every little bit of information you consume, project a little bit of your own creativity. And I like that. I really do. And that is what I'm trying to do. I think this YouTube channel, that's the reason why I'm super inspired again. Not even inspired. Not motivated, not inspired. But I feel devoted. Not just inspired, devoted. Which I think goes a lot. I think devotion can really make you do a lot more than just inspiration and motivation ever could. And devotion kind of means you want to stick to something. Because the only thing I can do with this rare form of intelligence, or awareness, whatever you want to call it, is I have to do something meaningful with it. And something meaningful is just plastering my legacy anywhere I can in the world. And this YouTube channel was kind of the first step when I first started making poorly made kind of self-improvement videos 4 months ago. So I want to bring it back. And I want to do a lot more. I have a lot more things than just the YouTube channel, but I think the YouTube channel is the first step. I has to be, because it's a good platform, and I think, I can only keep making videos and get into the algorithm. But anyways, kind of getting sidetracked. It's just, I think a lot of people, again, probably experience the same thing. We're why me? Why did I get this? But what else can you do, right? What else can you do? Because when you're truly aware and you can't go back, there really are so many things you can do. And the road ahead doesn't look easy. It really doesn't. It seems pretty freaking difficult. But again, sitting around doing nothing isn't any easier. It's horrible. It's easy. It's figuratively easy, but terrible. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna leave this off, right? Because I want to make these videos more on a whim and not even really script it. I guess just to start, what do y'all to those who think they have this, or to those who genuinely feel it and maybe don't quite know, but just have that feeling of just being different than other people because you know how to be aware of your thoughts. I mean, what do you think, right? Leave it in the comments, man. That's what they're there for. But it's basically, I'll go back. It's a gift. It is a gift that needs to be used in the right way, because it just feels weird. You're just I feel like you're rolling impossible odds. Because sure, maybe I do come from a line of smart people, right? Smart ancestors, whatever you want to call it. Your ancestors did something great. Think about the amount of people that actually came all the way back from your lineage for you to literally exist, right? Your 2 parents, your 4 grandparents, your 8 great-grandparents, your 16 great-great-grandparents, so on, whatever. But I don't even know if even every single person in my family had that, right? Some of these people could have just survived off a whim, right? But still, some of the greatest people in the world, I think, or some of the most prominent people in history or whatever, I think they probably have this. But there's even just the average Joe Schmo who doesn't even do anything interesting with their life, and they have that too, right? Just because you do have this intelligence doesn't necessarily mean you have to make a legacy. But for me personally, why not? Why not do something? Because being able to do good things with this level of thinking is just, it'll make life so much easier and funner. And I think just recognizing this form of intelligence and using it in the right way is just the first step towards cultivating a meaningful life. That's really what I think it is. So that's where I'm going to leave it off. This form of intelligence, it's a gift. It feels like a weight on your shoulders because it's a lot to take in, because not everybody has it. And to those who do have it, maybe they feel more challenged because they're more aware of what's around them. And you're more aware of the good things in life, but you're also more aware of the bad things. Right? You know, it's double, what do you call it? Double-edged sword, whatever. But I have to stay devoted. And this form of being able to think in certain ways, in a way that's beneficial to me, like internally, it's the right thing to do. And I think that's like where I'm going to leave this off. It's just that. So anyways, I'm too self-aware for my own good. I'm not gonna let that ruin me. I'm just like, dude, how did I get this, bro? Like, how did I get this, man? Like, if people who know me personally, like, I don't blame a single person that I know personally who would look at me and go, okay, that's that guy. There are people that I know, or I know that there's people out there that know that I can think on that deeper level, but I don't blame the average person for thinking the way I do. And this video isn't to say, hey, I'm actually more smart than y'all people think. I'm just saying, how the fuck did I end up like this, right? So, anyways, that's where it is. I'm going to end it off there. I hope you like what you heard, what you saw, and if you did, make sure to like, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, because I'm going to actually have to put out some more. Yeah. That's pretty much it, y'all. I'll soon make another video soon, and I will see you on the next one.